So this video, we're going to be testing the two silencers that are in the Vanguard weapons category. So we've got the MX silencer as well as the Mercury silencer, and we're going to be comparing them to let you know which one is the best. If you enjoy weapon stat breakdowns, weapon comparisons, and overall tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers, and click that link in the description and subscribe to our second channel. So like I said, I wanted to test both of these silencers. Now it wasn't for the kind of obvious stats that you would think, because it does state it gives you sound suppression, so we already know it's going to help keep you off the minimap. And on top of that, it also states that the Mercury silencer helps with recoil control, the MX silencer helps with accuracy, so which one is actually the best when it comes to controlling recoil. And then we didn't really test for the cons because they're pretty self-explanatory anyway. So for a con for aim down sight speed, it's just going to make the ADS a bit slower on the weapon. Now we can calculate exactly how long that would be, but for an AR is really not too important. And then for the cons to damage range, once again, for an AR, because the damage range is only 2 damage drop-off points, and once you extend it out with all the other attachments, again, is really not going to be that impactful on your weapon overall. So the first thing I wanted to test was the recoil. One of the suppressors said they helped with recoil, the other said it helped with accuracy, but which one is actually the best? And as you can see here, we tested the STG, the Automaton, and the bar. These are probably the three most popular long-range rifles when it comes to the Vanguard weapons. We tested the base recoil here, the MX silencer, and the Mercury silencer. We never used any other attachments other than the suppressors, or no attachments at all in the case for the base weapon. As you can see here, when it comes to the STG, the recoil is very similar. A lot of this kind of clustering here could be just down to randomness of the weapon overall. But in terms of like vertical recoil and side-to-side recoil, they're very, very close. There's not much of a difference between recoil on the STG at all. The same kind of goes for the Automaton as well. It goes upwards a little bit, and it has a bit of side-to-side bounce on the weapon. Again, if you look at the MX silencer, it's a little bit narrower, I would say, compared to the base weapon, so it is helping with the side-to-side. And again, I would say the Mercury silencer is helping a little bit with the side-to-side as well. But again, it's not a huge benefit at this range anyway. You don't see a significant change. So it's not helping like an absolute ton or anything like that, but it's definitely helping a little bit. And I'd probably say when it's most notable in terms of the recoil controls with the bar, as you can see, the bar here is a vertical line upwards, but there's a lot of kind of spread between the bullets with the bar. And as you can see here, there's a couple of bullets that go to the side of each other, so there is a little bit of side-to-side deviance with the bar. And then if you look at the one with the MX silencer, is a lot straighter, the line is a lot narrower. And then with the Mercury silencer, it has that side-to-side bounce again, and so as you can see, there's not a huge difference when it comes to the recoil charts when you're using the suppressors. So it doesn't really matter which one you use. You're not going to alter the recoil pattern of the base weapon all that much. Now, another thing we wanted to test for was bullet velocity, and the bullet velocity values when you use these certain suppressors. And if they did help with bullet velocity, then it might be the case that you choose the one that actually helps with bullet velocity more than the other one, because bullet velocity is an important stat when it comes to Warzone. But as you can see here, we have the STG, we've got the Automaton, we've got the bar, and we've got the base weapon right here in terms of bullet velocity. We've got the MX silencer, and then we've got the Mercury silencer as well. And as you can see here, it doesn't really matter which silencer you use. You kind of get a standard bullet velocity when you equip a silencer on the weapon. Now, I'm not too sure if they've done this on purpose to make it so that it's easier to kind of calculate bullet velocity when you stack on other attachments like the lengthened ammo type or the certain barrels, all that kind of stuff. Because as you can see, for the STG, the bullet velocity stays pretty much the same regardless of which silencer you put on there. But if you do look at the Automaton, it's actually getting less bullet velocity than before. Now, first of all, I did think this was an issue and it was something wrong, and I tested it a couple of times just to make sure. But the Automaton base bullet velocity is definitely 650 meters per second. And then when you do equip these silencers, it actually reduces the bullet velocity on the weapon. Like I said, I feel like they're trying to get a standard bullet velocity for all assault rifles so that you can stack on those other attachments. And again, the base bullet velocity for the bar is 520 meters per second, but then you stack on those silencers and you get back to that 578 meters per second once again. So it is a bit of a weird way of balancing bullet velocity, because there's not any real percentage increase or decrease that you're getting with this. So it is a bit weird in the way they've balanced these suppressors out, but like I said, it's going to come down to actually personal preference, really. Now, if you don't mind having a slower ADS, especially considering these are going to be long-range weapons, then the MX silencer is probably the best option for you. But if you don't mind having a reduced damage range and you want a slightly faster ADS, then maybe the Mercury silencer will be for you. So if you're looking to build this weapon as sniper support, I would probably go with the Mercury silencer. But if you're looking to build the weapon for extremely long range, then I'd probably go with the MX silencer. But every other factor doesn't really matter, such as bullet velocity or recoil control, because those are pretty much identical. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we try to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers, and click that link in the description down below and subscribe to our second channel, and thank you very much for watching.